Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and this is my picks for the Minnesota Vikings wide receiver, Mount Rushmore. Now, the Vikings have had some great wide receivers over the years, but in my opinion, these are the cream of the crop. Let me know your picks in the comments below, and without further ado, let's get into my first pick on the Mount Rushmore, which is, of course, Randy Moss. The Super Freak was drafted with the 21st pick in the 1998 draft by the Vikings and instantly made an impact. He was a Pro Bowler in his rookie season and led the league in touchdowns with 17. He was part of the Minnesota Vikings team that would go 15-1 and formed a dynamic duo with another face on this list. He is the second all-time touchdown reception list in Vikings history and the all-time leader for playoff touchdowns with 9. He recorded over 1,000 receiving yards in 6 out of 7 seasons during his Vikings run, including a career-high 1,623 yards in the 2003 season. He led the league in TD receptions 3 times as a Viking and was selected to 4 Pro Bowls and was a 3-time first-team All-Pro. He was known for his outlandish attitude.
Write the check yet, Randy?
When you rich, you don't write checks.
How do you pay, man?
Huh?
If you don't write checks, how do you pay these guys?
Straight cash, homie.
And his out-of-this-world speed and catches. He was a weapon in the red zone because all the Vikings quarterback had to do was throw it up, and there was a good chance he would come down with it. He was enshrined in Canton in 2018 and came back for one stint in 2010 to try to salvage the Vikings season. Unfortunately, the comeback was not a success, but his legacy in Minnesota is undeniable. Now on to the second face of the Minnesota Vikings, Mount Rushmore, and this one should be pretty obvious as well to most fans. I'm going with Cris Carter. Cris Carter was signed by the Vikings in 1990 after a troubled stint with the Eagles. He quickly turned his life around and became a force for the Vikings. He would go on to play 12 seasons with the Viking and is the all-time Vikings leader in yards, receptions, touchdowns, and several other categories. He was selected to the Pro Bowl 8 straight seasons from 1993 to 2000 and was a 2-time first-team All-Pro. He led the league in receptions in 1994 and led the league in touchdown receptions 3 times. Carter is 6th on the all-time list for receptions and 8th all-time in touchdowns. Carter helped the Vikings make the playoffs in 8 out of 12 seasons while he was in purple. He was a mentor to Randy Moss, and the two formed that dynamic duo that I mentioned earlier. He was enshrined into Canton in 2013 and into the Vikings Ring of Honor. Carter was one of the best wide receivers of his era. The third face on my Minnesota Vikings Mount Rushmore is Ahmed Rasheed. Rasheed was acquired from the Bills before the 1976 season. During his 7 years in Minnesota, Ahmed racked up 400 catches and 34 touchdowns. He had 2 1,000-yard receiving seasons in 1979 and 1980 and was a 4-time Pro Bowler. He is most famous for his Hail Mary catch against the Browns, which is now called the Miracle at the Met. Growing up, I knew who Ahmed was watching him as the host of NBA Inside Stuff, but I didn't know his Vikings legacy until I did some research. He was never enshrined into Canton, but is a member of the Vikings Ring of Honor. The 4-time Pro Bowler definitely deserves a spot on the receivers Mount Rushmore. For the fourth and final head on the Vikings Mount Rushmore, I'm going to go a little recent here with Adam Thielen. As an undrafted free agent on a Minnesota State Mankato, Adam Thielen had to work his way up the ranks. It took until the 2016 season for Thielen to really burst onto the scene when he had 69 catches for 964 yards. So far, Thielen has had 2 1,000-yard seasons in 2017 and 2018 and is well on his way to that mark this year. He has become Kirk Cousins' favorite target and has already put up 7 touchdowns so far this year. He is a 2-time Pro Bowler and was named 2nd team All-Pro in 2017. He is already 10th in receiving yards and 8th in receiving touchdowns in Vikings history. Adam Thielen is a feel-good story for the Vikings and hopefully will enjoy many more productive years in Minnesota. So that's my Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Mount Rushmore. Let me know your picks in the comments below, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, let me know what kind of other Mount Rushmores you want me to make, and most importantly, Skol.